Next, we shall look at connected rate of change. Connected rate of change, to find dy dt, you can use chain rule to find dy dx times dx dt. So which means the rate of change of y is related to the rate of change of x. When we talk about rate of change is with respect to time. So to find rate of change of y, you find dy dt. Then the chain rule tells you it can be related to dx dt, the rate of change of x, by the equation dy dt is dy dx times dx dt. So that's what you're going to do. So in this example, you have a conical flask. Initially it's empty, and the base radius is 10. The vertical height is 25 cm, and it's filled with water at the rate of 4 cm cubed per second. You fill with water at this rate, it means water is our volume, so its rate of change of volume is actually 4 cm cubed per second. Let h be the height of the water. So h is the height of the water is here. So let h be the height of the water t seconds later. And you have to show the volume V of water at time t is given by this. And you have to calculate the rate at which h is changing when V is 180 pi cm cubed. So first you're supposed to show V is 4 pi h cubed over 75. The given radius is 10. So then this length is 10. And given the height is 25. So that's why you have 25 here. So that we try to fill water. So water level is h. You let h be the height of water level t seconds later. So this is height of the water. Then so you can let this be the radius of the surface of the water. And then you can do similar triangle to find a relation between R and H. Here V is in terms of H only. For a conical flask, V is the formula is V equal to 1/3 pi R square H. So V is actually 1/3 pi R square H. And here you'll find that it's without R, so you must try to replace R by H. So what you can do is you can use similar triangle. So you can do a similar triangle. So the small one is, here is R, here is H, and the big one, here is 20, the height is 25, the radius is 10. That means you can say R over H. You take R over H, it must be 10 over 25. Which you can cancel to give you 2 over 5. So with that you can say R is 2H over 5. So it means after you have found R is 2/5 H. So from here, you just find R is 2H over 5. Right? So you can substitute into the volume for the conical flask. The R square, you replace it by 2H over 5 squared. And H. So with that, you will see 2 squared is 4, so you see 4 pi H squared, and H will give you H cubed. 5 squared will give you 25, times 3 is 75. So it gives you 4 pi H cubed over 75. So with that, you mean to show this. After that, you are supposed to find you're supposed to find rate of the rate at which h is changing. So it means you're supposed to find dh. So this center asks you to find dh dt. And the question tells you water is filled in at 4 cm cube per second, which I have written here. So we want to find dh dt. So you have dv dt is 4. Then you have v is 4 pi h cube over 75. And what you want to find is dh dt. So dh dt, you can write it as dh dv times dv dt using chain rule. So that's what we're going to do. So from here, you try to find dv dh. dv dh from h equal to 4 pi h cube over 75, you find dv dh. Differentiate h cube will give you 3h squared. So this is 4 pi 3h squared over 75, which you can simplify to 4 pi h squared over 25. After that, you can say dh dv. What you need is dh dv. So it should be 1 over dv dh. So which means you invert the answer to dv dh. It means you invert this. So it should be 25 over 4 pi h squared. So dv dh is 25 over 4 pi h squared times dv dt, which is 4. And you need more information. The question says you want to find the rate of change of h at v equal to 180 pi. So you must use this to find h. In my working, we still miss out. We still have to know what is h to find answer. We still have to know what is h. So we still have to know what is h. So v is 180 pi. So it means you should equate 4 pi h cube over 75 to 180 pi, and then you solve for h. So you should solve this equation. 4 pi h cube over 75 equal to 180 pi. Then you solve for h. So you look at or pi h cube over 75 equal to 180 pi. You can cancel pi. You can divide by 4. 4 and this one cancel, equal 45. So h cube will be 45 times 75, which is 9 times 5. 9 times 5 is 45. 75 is 3 times 25. So with that is good. 3 and 9 is 27. 5 and 25 will give you 125. So with that h will be cube root of 27 times cube root of 125, which is 3 Q of 27 is 3, Q of 125 is 5. So it means H will be 3 times 5. So we take cube root, H will be 3 times 5, 15. So it means H should be 15. So to find dH dt, you should sub H as 15. So it means this should be 25, the 4 and 4 cancel. Then over pi, you sub as 15 squared. So you sub as 15 squared. So with that, you should have 25 over pi then times 15 times 15. So you can divide by 5 to give you 3. Then divide by 5 to give you another 3. So it should be 1 over 9 pi. So the answer should be 1 over 9 pi. Then because it's height, so it's cm per second. So this will be the final answer. 1 over 9 pi cm per second. So means the answer is actually 1 over 9 pi cm per second.